Y'all ready? Yeah, everyone ready. I call this meeting to order. I call this meeting to order of the City of Groves. Regular meeting of the City Council Chamber, Groves City Hall, November 21st, 2022 at 5 p.m. Can we stand for the prayer and pledge? Father, in the name of Jesus, I ask you for your divine wisdom for all of City Council today to make good decisions in these meetings, decisions that are directed by you. I ask you also for the protection of our firemen, our police that watch out for the City of Groves. I ask you for the wisdom for our city marshal and our fire chief. I ask that you would give wisdom to city administration, to our city attorney, Mr. Monk, and all of our employees. Please protect them as they go about taking care of our city. I pray that you would protect all of our military stationed all around the world and special protection for our military people from Groves. I thank you that your mercy is new every day over Groves, that you are prospering the City of Groves, and that every man, woman, and child walks in divine health, favor, and protection. I ask that you prosper every business, and I ask you for favor and wisdom for those bringing in new business. I declare that Groves is blessed. This city belongs to you, and I thank you in the name of Jesus. And our pledge will be given by Mr. Kenneth Lofton, VFW 4820. Want to come up? Do we have the microphone that goes out there?
Yes, ma'am.
I can talk loud enough. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lauren.
Thank you all for coming, ladies and gentlemen. I want to welcome you here. We have no news media, it looks like, but we do have guests, and I thank you for being here. First, we're going to, number 4, we're going to approve the minutes of the November 7th, 2022 City Council meeting. Oh, I'm sorry. I missed this step.
It's okay, it's just me.
Okay, we're going to take the roll call with the city clerk.
Mayor
Yes,
Bourne, Mayor Pro Tem Dugas,
Here.
Councilmember McAdams,
Here.
Councilmember Oliver,
Here.
Councilmember Vincent.
Here.
Now can I go? Okay, now number 4, we're going to approve the minutes of the November 7th, 2022 City Council meeting. I need a motion, please.
I make a motion to approve the minutes of the November 7th, 2022 City Council meeting.
And a second.
That's right.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions or discussion? Okay. Then we will vote. Mayor Pro Tem Dugas votes yes. Aye. Councilman McAdams. Councilman Vincent.
Aye.
Councilman Oliver.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next we have reports, Mr. Zaza.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. There's only one report that we have tonight, and it's kind of just an update on our street program. Even though the street program has been going kind of slow, it's going to pick up now that LB Construction is on the job and they're going to be doing phase 2. They've just finished most of the prep work on Allison Bay and Woodlawn, and they'll be, weather permits, they'll be tightening that up with a cement slurry, because right now nobody can get limestone. So the cement slurry is being used in its place, and it'll be a good substitute. And that'll be asphalt, hopefully as soon as the weather improves. And then we'll be going to the bulk of phase 2, which will be Riau Boulevard, Jackson Boulevard, Meyer, Willis, Ruby, Cooley, Smith, 25th Street from Owens to 73, Graves Avenue, Cove Drive, Martin Street, Dave Street, Montrose Avenue, and Royal Avenue. We've also moved Kent Street from phase 3 to phase 2 because of the curbing and trying to get that out of the way as quickly as possible. So we've got about 21,466 feet of new street to be done between now and probably early spring. And then we still have one more phase to go, which is phase 3. And we're looking at about a $400,000 expenditure on phase 3. And that will take up all of the GLO funds for the street program.
Thank you very much. Now I will call for citizen comments. Anyone who has a comment? Any citizen have a comment? Anyone? Nobody? Pat has nothing to say. Okay, so we will move on. Under city attorney, consider approval of an ordinance declaring the results of the general election held on November the 8th, 2022. I need a motion, please.
I'll make a motion to consider approval of an ordinance declaring the results of the general election held on November 8th, 2022.
In a second.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Do we have any discussion? City Attorney, Mr. Monk, you have things that you would like to say?
This is an ordinance canvassing returns and declaring results of an election held on the 8th day of November 2022 in the city of Groves. I have no further comment.
Okay. Does anyone else have a discussion or question or anything you'd like to say? No? Okay. Then we will take a vote. Mayor Pro Tem Dugas votes aye. Councilman McAdams.
Aye.
Councilman Benson.
Aye.
Councilman Oliver.
Aye.
Motion passes. Let's skip to okay. We're going to skip B and go under number A. We're going to administer the oath of office to newly elected officials, Ward 2, Ward 4, city council members, and the city marshal. So do we need a motion for that, Mr. Smith? I'm gonna go ahead.
We're gonna skip 6B.
Yeah,
we're gonna do those.
We're gonna do mayor,
Okay.
A. We don't need a motion on that?
Correct.
Okay. Then let's take our vote.
Mr. Reynolds, you want to go first?
You bet.
So you can get out of here? I know. So you can get out of here? Let's stand right here and face everyone. Raise your right hand. I, Norman Reynolds Jr.,
I, Norman Reynolds Jr.,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute the duties
that I will faithfully execute the duties
of the office of City Marshal of the City of Groves
of the office of City Marshal of the City of Groves
of the state of Texas,
of the state of Texas,
and will do the best
and will do the best
of my ability
of my ability
to preserve,
to preserve,
protect,
protect,
and defend the Constitution
and defend the Constitution
and laws
and
of
laws
the United States
of the United States
and of this state, so help me God.
and of the state, so help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ward 2? Are you Ward 2?
I had to think about that.
Come on, Camo. Raise your hand. I, Paul Oliver,
I, Paul Oliver,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of Ward Number 2,
of Ward Number 2,
council member of the City of Groves
council member of the City of Groves
of the state of
of
Texas,
the state of Texas,
and will, to the best of my ability,
and will, to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution
the Constitution
and laws
and
of
laws
the United States
of the United States
and of this state,
and of this state,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations. Number 4. Okay, ready. We'll do it right here.
Oh,
It's up to you. Sure. Raise your right hand. I, Rhonda Dugas,
I, Rhonda Dugas,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully
that I will faithfully
execute the duties
execute the duties
of the office
of the office
of Ward Number 4,
of Ward Number 4,
council member of the City of Groves
council member of the City of Groves
of the state of Texas,
of the state of Texas,
and will, to the best of my ability,
and will, to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution
the Constitution
and laws of the United States
and laws of the United States
and of this state,
and of this state.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. You got it?
Right.
And then we go back to city attorney.
Yeah, we'll go back to.
And we'll continue on under city attorney B. Resolution authorizing participation in the tax pool investment pools and designating authorized representatives. May I have a motion?
I'll make a motion, we approve the resolution authorizing participation in the tax pool investment pools and designating authorized representatives.
I'll say.
We have motion and a second. We have motion and a second. Now, do we have any questions? And I think you want to, Mr. Lamar, you want to say something?
Given our discussion during the workshop regarding the fund balances and finances of the city, council indicated a desire to set up an alternative to just our bank accounts earning a return on investment for our city monies. And so tax pool was the option that was discussed, and my understanding was that was the option we desired to pursue at this point. So all this resolution is to authorize the city manager and myself to get these investment pools started, and authorize city manager and myself to be able to execute the transfers in and out of these pools. There'll be two accounts that we'll set up as we've discussed. One will just be for treasury operations. The other will be the city council's savings that we had discussed. And so you will be authorizing however much money to go into that account separately. I'll have to put $1 or something in there to get the account started. But when we have the meetings in March and September, we'll have discussions about how much to put in or take out at that point, at council's discretion.
Okay. Do we need to make an approval just within $1 or something to get? Right?
Okay, I'll offer the $1. They have to have something to get the account going. So you're good on that.
Did we?
How about rule, but how about each one of those council members do that, open that account?
$1.
I'll send a quarter.
Sure, I can do that.
Yeah.
I got $1.
More than that.
That's what I'll do.
We'll give you the ones.
I don't have any receipts on it.
Okay, so
Thank you.
on this, it says that, I was reading it last night. Authorized representatives of the participant, transmit funds for investment and authorized to withdraw funds. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay.
And then they'll also have the bookkeeper, Ms. Green.
Mrs. Green.
She'll be getting the receipts of all transactions.
She's not able to, this doesn't give her the
Authority.
legal authority to withdraw.
This just means she'll be noticed on any transactions into or out of the report.
Okay. And this is not what we discussed, about. This is not the same thing that we discussed where, Councilman Oliver said, you would like all of us to sign off on.
Yes, that's.
This is absolutely part of that. Y'all authorize X number of dollars to be put in or taken out.
But our names are not on this.
I still have to do the transaction. You're just authorizing me and I'll provide proof.
Approve it, then council has to approve it.
Right.
Okay. Okay, just want to make sure that, we got all that clear.
Yeah, there'll be two different accounts. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay, anybody else have a discussion or question? Anything you'd like to say?
Good.
No? Okay, then we will have a vote. Excuse me, just a moment here. Let's take a vote. We have a motion and a second, so in voting, Mayor Pro Tem Dugas votes aye. Councilman McAdams.
Aye.
Councilman Denzel.
Aye.
Councilman Oliver.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thanks, Lamar.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Lamar. Under Mayor B, consider setting dates and times for future city council meetings. May I have a
I
motion?
make a motion we discuss of whether to keep the times at 5 p.m. every other Monday or change it. Some would-be dates are attached.
May I have a second?
I'll say,
Okay, so we have a motion and a second. We can take questions and discussion now. So does anyone have an opinion on keeping the time at 5 p.m.?
I'm fine with it.
We want to get used to 5 at 5's good now.
Okay, so, we have a motion and a second and a discussion. That's it. Nobody has anything else? Okay, then we will take a vote. Mayor Pro Tem Dugas votes aye. Councilman McAdams.
Aye.
Councilman Denzel.
Aye.
Councilman Oliver.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Do this to them. Well, no, I'm covering everybody now.
Lamar.
I will do it at 8 o'clock in the morning and I can receive it then.
Always think of going somewhere.
Yes, you do. Okay, under Mayor C, consider making permits for game rooms to require a specific use permit. May I have a motion, please?
Make a motion, we consider making permits for game rooms require a specific use permit.
Second?
It says we didn't need a
It's
motion.
information.
Oh, we don't?
Oh,
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's-
We have to discuss it, no?
Mr. Sosa just wanted to discuss it.
Well, I was gonna basically, ask council permission to go ahead and get with the city attorney. So he can put together a amendment to our current, ordinance for game rooms that would require a specific use permit. I think the specific use permit would be fair to all of our citizens because, I don't think anybody's fooling anybody. These are basically gambling houses. And even though they're still, for whatever reason, legal, I think that the city council has the right to require them to have a specific use permit, and we have the right to get people within our homeowners and property under the 200 feet the ability to voice their opinion on the location of these particular game rooms. Recently, we have been called by individuals that are looking to do a game room at the Ritz Marquette and another game room at another place on 39th Street, which I think it was the Missions Attic. Right now, the good news is both of these buildings have to be brought up to code and they have to be brought up to ADA standards, and there's a lot of expense involved with that. But I still feel like, based on the way that this council wants to operate, that anyone wanting to put in a game room, even though it's technically legal, they should have to get a specific use permit, and we should be able to notify the residents within the area and the other business owners that this is coming in, and they should have an opportunity to speak for or against it.
So we would have a public hearing with a
It would
specific.
be just like, yes, ma'am, it would be like any other specific use permit that you have for the RV parks, or any other, what's the other ones that we have, RV parks and
Well, we've got.
multifamily as well.
Okay, with that, once this ordinance would be changed, with that grandfather,
That one's, the existing one right now would be legal non-conforming. But if they lost their license or they ceased to operate, they would lose their legal non-conforming status.
So we only have one of those in the city,
Yes.
right?
Now, this would not impact
Does it-
7-Eleven. This would only impact a game room that's there for the game room purpose.
Do we get many calls of service there by the police?
We recently, I just know that there was a burglary or robbery, I think one by West End.
Well, there's one that the lady that crawled through the ceiling.
I don't know about that. I don't.
Okay.
That was at Western Hardware.
That was at Western Hardware.
We've had some burglaries at the game room, but other than that, no call.
I've had a call, I had to call the one time.
But I just think it's the right thing to do, and I think
Yeah.
that the citizens in the area should have a right to speak on it. I think you had a question, Mayor Pro Tem Matthew.
We have a question?
Yeah, but he answered it. I was worried about the grocery stores. How does that fit in with those? With three of them we have here in the city. I think three.
They still have, gaming,
They have to get their license, but they're not a game room. They're licensing their machine. And I think, we probably have what, 3 7-Eleven?
It's like 3.
Yeah.
The 25th,
yeah.
Taft, and there's another one somewhere.
Do the existing ones have to be grandfathered? Is there any legal? I mean, if we make an ordinance and we choose to say, you know, everything's gonna run under the new ordinance.
One thing I think we have working for us is that there's a 1-year requirement that they renew the permit with, game rooms. And so one thing we could look at is making the specific use permit a requirement of the renewal.
Yes.
And if you did that, then I think council could revisit that, you know, every year if they chose to do that.
Right.
Yeah, that sounds good.
That's a good idea.
Any other discussion?
So the council has no objection to moving.
I don't have an objection.
Okay,
I spoke with the owner of West End. And
yeah, I've spoken with him
That's
too.
all
Yeah.
Other-
I think we all agree it's a good idea. Okay. Moving on, Mayor D, amend 2022-2023 budget line item 1156709-604 to include an additional $1,921,653.55 CLFRF grant expenditure. May I have a motion?
Guess I'll do it. Make a motion to amend 2022-2023 budget line item 11-5-67-09-604 to include an additional $1,921,653.55 for the CLFRF grant expenditure.
Second,
a second.
we have a motion and a second, and we're up for discussions. Mr. Lamar?
As I mentioned to council previously, this is the second tranche of the grant money under the COVID relief. As it was attached to your handout there, we received it on September 26th, I believe it was, after the budget had been passed. So at that point, we're not authorized to spend the money since it's not in the appropriations ordinance in the budget. So what we're requesting today is to have that money to be allowed to be spent, assuming we get that far. But it's authorized. I'm sorry.
Can we go ahead and put it in savings?
That's up to you, but I will say you have 3 years to spend it, so it'll be in there for at least 2 years and 6 odd months. But yes, that's. I think we are.
What about Toji Headworks?
Is that, is this the money that
We
we
need to talk to more.
Yeah, we'll be bringing it back to you. Don't worry, we'll be bringing it back.
Yes,
We got any of it earmarked for anything that?
Be for infrastructure.
infrastructure?
This is just authorizing us to expenditure, to spend the money, and it's limited by what the grant allows.
Wastewater is considered.
Yes, sir.
Yes, we're spending the first tranche on all the, we sit on the downtown sewer lines, and now all the residential sewer lines that we're working on. That'll take care of the first 1.9 odd, and some of this as well, actually. So we're estimating 1.7, probably a little less than that, to be left. That will, at council's discretion, what we can spend it on, given the limitation of the grant money, which at this point, it seems the wastewater plant seems to be.
But we can't do anything until we amend the budget.
We can't spend any of it.
What's gonna happen in a few seconds?
That's correct.
Yeah,
Now, we'd received the money a month earlier, it would have been in the budget, and this wouldn't have been an issue, but we got it late in the day.
so this was the money we had talked about that we could spend on.
This is correct. This is the second tranche, second and final.
The head works, right?
Well, that's something that the council will have to make a decision
I know
on.
that's the name of it, head.
The Headworks is what you could spend this
We
money on.
could do that, okay.
Any infrastructure improvements.
Anybody else have anything left to say? No?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, we'll take a vote now. Mayor Pro Tem Dugas votes aye. Councilman McAdams?
Aye.
Councilman Newsom?
Aye.
Councilman Oliver?
Aye.
Motion passes. All right, we will move on to the city manager and invoices. Now I have a motion, please.
Make a motion that we approve the invoice approval list November 21st, 2022.
I'll second it.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. The invoice approval list for November 21st, 2022 is as follows. DXI Industries and INC is wastewater plant chemicals, $9,031.20. Fuelman of Lafayette is gas and diesel fuel for October 2022, $25,889.73. Port Neches Grove School District is a summer recreation program, $9,920.72. Republic Services is sludge disposal, $7,311.73. Republic Services is a combination under the Peace of Dignity program of some demolitions on Boyd, Whitaker, some improvements on Cleveland, Pure Atlantic, Washington, Garner, a new home on Live Oak, a new home on Monroe, a garage demo on Milo, a new home in Indian Springs, some improvements at these other addresses, another demolition at Washington, 6657, a new home at 4260 Wilson, and then code improvements at 5905 25th and 4970 Wilson for a total of $15,499.90. Then under TCEQ, we have the wastewater discharge permit, $29,940.96. And Texas Division of Emergency Management, the second and final payment for the FEMA error on the Ike hurricane, $105,551.88 for a grand total of $203,146.12.
Okay. Any questions?
Lamar, refresh my memory when we made the first payment.
We made that in the middle of September, $100,000. The check cleared last week.
And our deadline for that was,
December 31st for all of it.
all right,
So we split it into two different budgets.
good.
Okay. Anybody have any other questions? I would like to know, just to have it said, the wastewater plant chemicals and some of these other things are in the budget, right?
Yes, ma'am.
That's all.
Yes, ma'am.
Just want to make sure on that.
The summer rec program, is that just our portion of
That's
our
our
program?
That's our portion. Port Neches pays the same and we pay the same. And it happens in the summer. They usually don't invoice us until about this time of the year.
Yeah, it's actually a little late this year.
Yeah, it is a little late this year.
Did Venus send us a thank you note?
They sent, I got an email from a confused accountant not knowing what to do with the check. But
Send it back.
I gave him some creative suggestions, but again, we found a place to deposit it.
Okay. Anyone have any other questions?
Tell them that we didn't know that. That's why you can't.
Well, the first time it was returned because they had no idea where to go. It ended up at an insurance type of agency. We had to resend it to it.
Okay. Government in action. Thank you.
Austin knows what they're doing. Just ask them. But it's been deposited and received, so
And then we'll be finished with them and we're good
yes, ma'am.
for this.
For this
For
motion.
this.
Yes.
Anybody else? No? Okay. Then we'll take a vote. Mayor Pro Tem Dugas votes aye. Councilman McAdams?
Aye.
Councilman Newsom?
Aye.
Councilman Oliver?
Aye.
Let's see, next will be councilman comments. Anybody have anything they'd like to say?
Just would like to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. All the citizens, employees and council. Thank you.
I
Anybody?
really enjoyed the city employee Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh, yes.
That was very nice for the invite. You missed out.
She was supposed to let me know how it was. She had a portion.
I did eat your portion.
I ate some of it too.
Especially the banana pudding. Yeah, I enjoyed the employee Thanksgiving dinner also, and thank you for inviting me. And I would like to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving also, all the employees and everyone here, everyone in the audience, thank you. Is that it?
One quick, you may want to remind everyone that garbage pickup The regular day, Thursdays will be picked up Wednesday this week, so Thursday's a day early, just in case somebody asks.
So we will adjourn the meeting at 5:30.
Oh, sorry.